Hello. How you guys doing?
So, Coach, who stood out today to you?
All our backs stood out. Got a great group of young backs.
Coach was talking about Stevie Rocker, that he's been one of the three best to test him. What has Stevie done to impress you out there?
Just maturity. You told me he was a 17-year-old he came in. Stevie should have been in high school in the spring and he came in. He battled and he competed and he did a great job.
You never fumbled, you never lost a fumble in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, how did you manage to do that? Did someone show you a technique or give you a set of instructions that...
I mean, it's an easy way to define it. I actually Googled it, like, how do you teach somebody to hold onto a football? And there's nothing there. Everything you find when you Google is actually how you take a ball. And I think it was important to me. I didn't play a lot. I played fullback in college, so when I got the ball, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to fumble it. And when I got to the pros, I morphed into a role of a fourth down back, a goal line guy. I got dependable to win the game in the fourth quarter.
So how do you teach that to your guys now? What's your message as far as ball security?
I can't tell you that.
Scottie, initial impressions of Mark Goff and how you guys
Mature guy. I got a very mature room. Clay is a veteran. He played in the run and shoot. He's going to be rock solid. And I told Clay to ease up a little bit today because he can hurt somebody. That's a thick man.
Your thoughts on getting the interaction with the Hall of Fame guys that went in this weekend?
Yeah, Woodson. I used to work for the NFLPA, so I mean that to me is one of the best part about my life. I got a chance to go to the Hall of Fame every year. I got a chance to hang out with Gene Upshaw. I worked with him for 11 years, so it's amazing. And having Hall of Fame friends, Chris Carter, former teammates, Damani Dawson in Pittsburgh, Chris Dolman, John Randall. I mean the list goes on and on.
We didn't get to see the full Michael Riley experience in spring. I think he was a little bit banged up. What has he shown you in his first few days?
Even you didn't see Mike in the spring, but you got a chance to look at the film. And he's a big-time running back. I'm very, very lucky to have him. We're lucky to have him.
How do you keep the running backs healthy but also be able to look at what you want when it comes to coming up with the context?
Well, it's got to start with T.O. These guys have been over the water. They've been over the bridge. They've been pushed to their limit. So I don't think I could ever push them harder than T.O. does, and they want to be good. So you get a chance to spell them. You look at them. You get a chance to know them. And when they're tired, because usually bad things do happen when you get tired. I could tell you that. Most running backs do fumble when they get tired or they go to the ground.
Coach Fish said that he thought the days of the Emmitt Smith workhorse type back were more or less over in football, and he could envision 2 or 3 guys sharing the load. Does that kind of make sense?
Well, my philosophy is very similar to Coach Fish. I mean, it's like being in baseball. If you have 5 or 6 catches, man, that's a pretty daggone baseball team. So if you got backs that can play and sub and do different things, I mean, we got a great arsenal of backs. Some are tall, some are short, and you can't forget about Bam. Bam's a veteran as well.
How are you and he going to figure out like who plays how many reps? Is that like something you figure out before the game, during the game, talk to each other?
We're just trying to work right now and see what works. We're in the 3rd day, first day of pad, so we'll better get the rotation as we move forward. It'll define itself on its own.
Sure. James Bowles is the newcomer to your group. What have you seen out of him so far?
It's unique because I just told James he's the baby of the group. Steve used to be, and I told him he couldn't be in a better room. And for me, I grew up in good football rooms where there's friendly competition. They cheer for each other. I don't want backbiting. I don't want adversaries. I want us to be together, and I want us to be strong. And for James to come in the room with Drake and Mike and Clay, some mature guys that can help him, and even Stevie's a veteran now. Stevie was a baby around here. Now James is.
Do you get that sense that these guys are supporting each other even though they're competing with each other?
No, I know they're supporting each other. That's how our room runs, and I know that because Drake told me he's never been in the running back room. This is his second school. He's never been in the running back room that was like this. Like we actually like each other because it's competitiveness, but we like friendly competition. That's the pillar to our program. It's competition.
Is that a message that you try to convey, or do you think this is just a unique group of guys that happens to get along well?
I think it's just our culture. It starts from the head, man. It's the culture. You want to respect each other. Part of that, you want to respect each other, and we respect each other. Yeah, everybody wants to win, but everybody want to make plays, and they get a chance to make plays. And what I tell my guys is, if I took your jerseys off, we shouldn't be able to tell who you were, because everybody should look the same.
That word culture gets thrown around a lot. Jed has obviously made a lot of efforts to change the culture. You came from Ohio State.
The Ohio State.
The Ohio State, one of the winningest programs of all time. How do you define culture? What makes a good, sustained winning culture?
I've been around football for a long time. Coach Fish is one of the best I've been around. Denny Green, Tyron Willingham, Brian Billick, who I played for. He understands. He has a way of just understanding these young men and loving on them. And you can never get past that. So, when you can throw your arm around them and you know, we're at a point right now where the guys trust everything, and you can look at how their bodies have changed. You probably want to ask Mike a little bit more how things have changed because, you know, you see with the last regime, but Coach Fish came in and said, we're doing it this way. And the guys bought in, and a couple guys didn't buy in, and they're not here anymore. But we have a great group of young men, and I can tell you this from playing at the Ohio State University: you win with good people. That's Woody Hayes. I'll quote him: "You win with good people."
How quickly do you know if a guy
Last question.
is buying in? How quickly do you know if a guy is buying into what you're saying?
They're here.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.